Dear students, on the occasion of International Yoga Day, I convey my best regards to you all. 2020 and 2021 also brought a great loss to human beings. Many of us suffered a lot. It is because of the COVID-19. And still, the threat is on. So, what doctors say to face the COVID-19 or any other diseases is to develop the immunity, whether it is Ayurvedic medicine, allopathic medicine, or homeopathic medicine. Every system of medicine emphasizes to develop the immunity. But how to develop this immunity? There are two things to develop immunity. Number one is the food, that is the diet that you are taking, and number two is yoga. So that is the reason we are celebrating the International Yoga Day. And on this occasion, I request all the students to understand the importance of yoga. I hope that you are practicing. If you are practicing and stopped, I request to continue the practice. If at all not practiced, you start practicing it. You are leading a busy schedule now. Because of lockdown, you are not able to come out, and you are attending online classes for many hours. And once online classes are over, then still you are on the mobile for some or other purposes. So to break the monotonous, you have to incorporate minimum 30 minutes to 1 hour per day to do yoga. So how to learn yoga? Nowadays, a lot of sources are available on internet. Baba Ramdev, Mantri Satyanarayana, even cine actor like Shilpa Shetty, lot of videos are available, and many more people have uploaded the videos. So yesterday also in Inadu paper, there is a news that they are going to import the free online coaching for yoga, morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour through Zoom app. So there are so many sources are there. Only thing is you have to show interest, learn, and implement. You a brief on the types of yoga, the importance of yogasanas, and also the importance of pranayama. Every year, on the occasion of International Yoga Day, a theme will be selected, and the theme for 2021 is Yoga for Wellness. Okay, what is yoga? The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit root yuj, which means union or merger. The ultimate aim is to strike a balance between mind and body. To achieve this, to achieve the balance between mind and body, yoga uses movement, breath, posture, relaxation, and meditation in order to establish a healthy, lively, and balanced approach to life. Yoga thus symbolizes balance in every area of life. Now, what are the benefits of yogasanas? Practicing yoga revives our dormant energy. Asanas help in balancing and harmonizing the basic structure of the human body. Regular practice of yoga helps to keep our body fit, controls cholesterol level, reduces weight, normalizes blood pressure, and improves heart performance. Physical fitness thus achieved leads to reduction of physical stress and greater vitality. They make the mind strong. The regular practice of yogasana has immense amount of therapeutic value. The various categories of asanas. There are different categories of asanas. I'll just briefly present you. One category is standing asanas, forward bending asanas. Third category is supine asanas. Supine means face up. Prone asanas means face down asanas. Twisting asanas, you have to twist your body. Then back bending asanas. Then balancing asanas. And apart from that, the other asanas like Sirsasana is there, Niralambasana is there, Sarvangasana is there. Okay, Halasana is there. Now let us see some examples under each category. Standing asanas. So beginners, it is important for the beginners to stand with the standing asanas. So beginners should start with these as they bring elasticity in joints and muscles and build up stamina and physical stability. This constitutes the most basic training in early stages of yoga practice. Some basic standing poses are Tadasana, which you are seeing now, Vrikshasana, Ardhakatyasana, Trikonasana, Parshvakonasana, Virabhadrasana, Utkutasana, Padastasana, Garudasana. So these are the some of the examples for standing asanas. Next, sitting asanas. Paschimottanasana, Padmasana, Parvatasana, Ardhamatyendrasana, Janu-Sirsasana, Vajrasana, Vakrasana, Gomukasana, Padangustasana. So now prone position. Prone means face down. Bhujangasana, Shalavasana, Dhanurasana, Sarpasana, Mayurasana, Makarasana, Niralambasana. These are the examples for prone asanas. Now, supine asanas. Supine means face up. So, examples under supine asanas: Savasana, Chakrasana, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Matsyasana, Naukasana, Pavanamuktasana, Setubandhasana. Now, other than this, there are some mixed or miscellaneous asanas like Sirsasana, Shashankasana, Ustrasana, Bakasana, Sirsasana. Now, apart from asanas, pranayama is very important. Recently, you might have seen COVID patients who are affected by COVID, mostly the virus attacked their lungs. So lungs were damaged. When lungs were damaged, they cannot do proper respiration. Oxygen cannot be taken in. And that is why Most of the COVID patients, the oxygen was given artificially. So that is why you have seen in the news that there was a lot of scarcity of oxygen and a lot of import we have done from different countries also. So that is why lungs are very important organs. Uh, Pranayama will help us to strengthen our lungs. So now we'll try to understand the pranayama. So pranayama is a compound term. It consists two words, prana and yama, meaning the maintenance of prana in a healthy throughout one's life. If prana is there, you are living. If prana is not there, one is dead. So that is why for remaining live, oxygen continuous supply is required, for which your lungs must be healthy. Since breath or prana is basic to the life, the practice of pranayama helps in harnessing the prana in and around us. Pranayama leads to a state of inner peace. Benefits of pranayama. Most of us breathe incorrectly, using only half of our lung capacity. So pranayama is a technique which re-educates our breathing practices, helps us to release tensions and develop a relaxed state of mind. In addition, by increasing the amount of oxygen to our brain, it improves mental clarity, alertness, and physical well-being. It is important to practice yoga daily. Before starting yoga, 10 minutes either you have to do walking or you have to do physical exercises involving all of your organs right from toe to head. So this will mobilize, this will lubricate your joints and make your body ready for asanas. And the initial asanas, you should include pranayama. Sorry, you should include Surya Namaskaras. You should include Surya Namaskaras. Surya Namaskaras is a set of 12 postures. So starting, if you do Surya Namaskaras, it will help your body to bend. It make your body flexible. So I hope, dear students, you will allot a minimum 30 minutes to 1 hour per day for doing physical activity and yoga. So continuously, if you do yoga, yoga will keep you active. It will improve your memory power. It will establish the balance between your mind and body. So I hope that you will follow my instructions and start doing yoga continuously. Thank you.